Alright guys, so we will now make code. Okay. I think I already made the file. No, I didn't. And inside make code, it's just going to display a white page. Really, I could just take this code, put it here, and then except for background color is going to be white. Everything else seems fine. Okay, include ones, whatever, echo, whatever. Okay. This is the code we're going to be echoing. That was not. Oh, so this is the code for the Arduino. This will just make a wall of lights. Okay. This doesn't take into account any of the delays. So what segment you're in. This is mainly just pixels. It'll do the 90-degree segment. So see no error. So basically what will happen is we can delete this, and now we just start pulling from our data table. So in preview you can see we do this. Okay. And so we will do that here. SQL select all from code where that equals that. Then we click that. And basically, the top row, which is 10, which is all the way down here, is going to be row 10. Letter. And row 1, actually row 10 is going to be row 1, I think. Okay, because row 1 is the top, but row 1 on there is actually the bottom. So row 10 is row 1, and how are we going to do this now? So, for row 10 we broke it down into R, whatever. Okay, well, this could just be a lot of code. So here we'll cut it off. We'll echo it down here. But we're going to say if row 10 1 or 0 equals R. I'm just going to say R equals see, I want to make those variables. Yeah, every line here is the same. So if that void loop. That void loop. Okay. So we're going to actually make a while loop with this in it, so that it'll display this 10 times. We're going to say, wow, got a weird text. X is less than or equal to 10. Write this out. Okay, so we got that. It's going to write that out 10 times. We have to actually declare X first. Okay, we did that already. And I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I don't know where I left off, but I was declaring variables, wasn't I? So, this is going to be a variable right here. Right, that makes sense. Oh my god. I'm gonna wait to test everything until the end. That's a terrible idea, but okay. Oh Jesus. So now this is gonna be confusing. So we'll say if x equals 1, then we're gonna do oh, we froze. No more freezing. Okay. If x equals 1, then we're gonna select from row 10. So how am I going to do this? So R is going to just be a variable, G is going to be a variable, and so is B. R is going to be $B, $G. I actually think my LEDs are RBG. I don't know why, but they are. But we'll see when I do this. So RGB and I just gotta do some weird testing. How am I gonna do this? So the first thing that we're gonna see is row 1. So we're on row 1. So R is going to be equal to row 1, 0. No. If row 1, 0 equals R, then we're going to do something else. So if x is equal to 1, that's alright. If that equals R, then we're going to set R equal to 255. If it's equal to G, B, or N, R is going to equal 255, G is going to equal 0, and so is B. RGB, N. So this is going to be 0. Alright, so I went out for a little bit. I totally forget where I was or what I was doing, so I'm just going to go with where I was clicking. Okay, so that's that, and I totally forget where I was because I really don't know what's going on. Now, so, well, if x equals 1, then do that. When would x ever equal 2 on the next run through? So while this is greater than 10, draw all those. If x equals 1, then set the values of those equal to that. So I think I have to do this every single time over. Except change it to if x equals 2, if x equals 3, if x equals 4. It's confusing. I'm going to pause it and figure out where I am. Alright, so here's what I got. While 10, it's going to count that up to 10. And then, so I'm going to have strip 1 go through, strip 2, then strip 3, strip 4. And then we're going to start here with if it equals row 1. We're going to do row 1 of that. Except row 1 is actually row 10, so that's a problem. This is going to be row 10. Okay. And it's going to be 0. Now, if it's row, or if x equals 2, then we're going to have row 9 on 0. Okay, and it's just going to go through that the whole way. And I think that's correct. So if x equals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. So then if x is 0, and then if it's 2, then it's going to be 1. Or no, it's always going to be 0. X equals 1. Then I'm just going to draw from 0. Right, if it equals 2, I'm still going to draw from 0. Okay. Those are all 10. If x equals 3, I'm still going to draw from row 10. Or no. No, I start with 10. Then I go down to 9. You get the point. Okay, so I changed all those. Now I should just be able to copy all this. Actually, maybe I should make this a variable too, called y, and then set y equal to 0, then just add 1. That's going to be so much easier. Okay, I'm going to do that. Alright, so I changed everything, copied and pasted it, put my RGB in there, saved the changes, and now let's go into memory and test out the code generation. So 2 is the only way I can have it. We'll go red, 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 which means it should be red all across the top. Go to preview, generate code. Okay, that's perfect. That might work. And I'll see you guys in the next video to see if that works. Okay, really quick, I never actually said x equals x plus 1, so the loop kept going on forever and nearly crashed my computer. So next time we'll try that out.